Hey guys, Flamingo here for take 2 of my draft reveal video for the MDL off-season draft league. This will be Matt's draft league. The first recording I did of this, I use music from the game as it plays in the background, and there was just a fucking zation that wouldn't shut the fuck up. So I'm doing it again because I could not deal with that at all. I think it's better for some other videos, but this was not one of them. So we got invited to do the MDL off-season event put together by Matt. So it's been termed Matt's Draft League. It is an interesting draft league because it allows legacy moves. It also allows some restricteds, the lower ones like base form Calyrex, base form Kyurem, base form Zamazenta, are three I can think of at the top of my head, base form Necrozma. It also allows most of the mythical Pokemon like Zeraora and Mew. So this will probably be my last Max Draft League, at least, well, before the end of Sword and Shield, and then I assume there won't be Max come next generation, but there still will be draft leagues that I'll be getting involved with. So I thought, what a way to say farewell to the format. What a way to say farewell to the format by drafting the Pokemon that I'd probably use the most over in draft leagues and in on ladder and in tournaments. And so that was Coalossal. As you can probably tell by the name of the title, I'm not going to bother hiding it here. Coalossal was my first pick. I've used it in Series 12. I used it in Series 9 as part of my COALOSSAL team. It was in my very first draft league, so I thought, what a good way to finish out Sword and Shield. I wanted Pokemon that could get chip damage up from their max. So I was actually looking at Blastoise as my first pick, and then getting Coalossal later because Blastoise gets Aqua Jet. It also gets Follow Me in this because we're using legacy moves. But that went first pick overall, and so it should have. It gets Follow Me. It's bulky. It gets the G max damage. So yeah, it was first pick. I'm pretty sure, and so it should have been. So I couldn't get that, so I just went Coalossal straight off the bat. Probably didn't need to go Coalossal first up. I guess it kind of lends people to counter prep me because they kind of know I want to go Coalossal. But I wanted to go a Coalossal team that could function without Coalossal. I didn't just want a whole bunch of proccers and shit like that. If Cole didn't come, my team was weaker because of it. So tier 2, I got Coalossal. On turn 2, I got another tier 2 in Dragonite. Couldn't get Dragapult, it went really early on, but Dragonite still can't be flinched. It's got the inner focus ability, also has multi-scale, so it's a really good max option in and of itself. But it gets Aqua Jet, so I can proc the steam engine and the weakness policy on the Coalossal. But if I don't bring Coalossal, it can pop off itself, as we've seen Tay do in the PDPL. He has absolutely crushed people with this Dragonite, myself included. So I thought Dragonite was a really good pick because it doesn't need Coalossal to be good. Next, I went to tier 3, and we're going to start to see my COALOSSAL team start to form here. And I got Bronzong. Bronzong we've used before in a draft league with restricteds and mythicals. That was the RPDL, and it was really good for us. I think it was my kill leader because I ran a lot of weakness policy and coaching stuff into it. It was just really strong. But can set Trick Room, can proc Coalossal, but it's a good Pokemon in and of itself. So I was super happy with that pick. Next pick, also from my COALOSSAL team, and a good Pokemon in its own right. The G-Max version had already been taken, but this is still pretty good. And so I went my first tier 1, which is Rillaboom. Rillaboom gets like the Grassy Surge and Grassy Glide, so it absolutely dumpsters ground and water types, which Coalossal doesn't like. I got 2 Pokemon off the ground, so all of a sudden, like, I've got this big ground weakness with Colossal, but I've got 3 Pokemon that just don't care about ground. And then, so in round 5, I went for my first tier 4. All the follow me users were being taken. Blastoise had gone, so I went the next best thing. I went Wartortle. A good Eviolite user gets follow me, gets Aquajet, gets Helping Hand, gets Fake Out, gets Life Dew. Like, I think this thing can do some absolute work on my team as a support piece. I have a little bit of Eviolite pressure on my team. We'll see, we've got 2 more Pokemon that can use Eviolite, so you know, that may come back to bite me in my butt, but I can still make trades if need be. Round 6, I went back and got my tier 1. Had a bit of a gentleman's understanding with Dan, aka Stout Gaming, that I would be getting Spectre and he would get Zero Aura, as they were we were the final ones to get our last tier 1. But you know, I have trust issues, so I did go Spectria as my next pick. Like I said, it was between this and Zero Aura. I like Spectria. It's got base 145 attack and base 130 speed. You're gonna have to prep for it, because if you don't prep for it, it'll crush you. But you also got to prep for Colossal as well, and they're gonna take slightly different prep to be able to beat. So yeah, I think it's a really good pick for this team, because if I can get that chip damage off early on, Spectria doesn't have to max. It can just fire off Shadow Balls and Mud Shots and whatnot on its own. But it's also a really good support piece. You know, Snarl, Will-O-Wisp, Bulldoze, Taunt, all that great stuff. Haze. Ugh. Haze. But it has Haze, so that's good. Next. Okay, so I wanted to inner focus coaching mod. I was looking at Sork. I was looking at this mod. Sork was tier 4. This was tier 3. Sork got picked just before me, so it kind of forced me to take this one. And familiar face Mianchao. We had Mianchao on the GLDL in our Mustache team. And I think it's a really good piece here. It gets inner focus and coaching, which is really good. It's my 3rd fake out mod. So something with my last few draft leagues is I've been forced to run fake out on like 1 mon on each team, because it's my only fake out user. And you know, I've got Rillaboom, I've got Wartortle, and I've got Mianchao. So I've got all these spread out. I've got all these different fake out mons. So no one mon needs to bring fake out every week. I think Rillaboom is going to enjoy that, because you know, I can run more hard out offensive sets and not have to worry about, you know, also tacking fake out onto that. But so I think Mianchao brought fake out every single week in GLDL this last season, except for one, and I run Scarf on it, and it really popped off that week. So hopefully I can run some cool shit like that now that I have other mons with fake out. But good news, it's not my own. I've got more Pokemon with fake out. So yeah, fake out. The ability to fake out is spread out even more. So next we have another fake out Pokemon, and we've seen it before. I've used it in UGA, where it was also my only fake out mod, and that's Morgrem. Morgrem is, you know, does all the standard sort of shit that Grimmsnarl does, but less offensive. So screens, Thunder Wave, Trick, Fake Tears, yeah, all that nonsense. Just really annoying. Another potential Eviolite user. So that, like I said, could come back to nip me in the butt. Pairs well with Spectria, you know, Fake Tears and just nuke shit. So yeah, this is a support piece. This is probably my most optional one, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I could have made a trade, but I thought I'll leave it and just test the team first, and then I can come back and make trades as I see fit. This next mon I'm really looking forward to using, and I think it pairs really well with Spectria. And that is Wigglytuff. So I almost went Wigglytuff in PDPL, but decided to go Tauros instead. I felt Tauros was a bit better, and I really like the Intimidators that it provided and stuff like that. But on this team, I think I really like the look of this Wigglytuff. So one good way around Spectria is like Snarl, like Scarf Snarl or something like that. But Spectria's 2 weaknesses, and I should say Wigglytuff gets competitive, so it can help out there. But Spectria's two weaknesses are Dark and Ghost, and Wigglytuff is immune to one and resists the other. It's quite bulky through its HP, and so it needs a lot of investment in its defenses to be able to do that sort of role. But I think it can fit well on this team. Gives me something else that can work in Trick Room. At the moment, my Trick Room consists of sort of Bronzong and Coalossal. Coalossal doesn't have to go fast. Coalossal can go slow. And I think Wigglytuff sort of gives me something else that I can use in that Trick Room environment. My next Pokemon would be the fourth member that was on the Quilcol team that I ran in Series 9, and that would be Quillfish. Couldn't get Moltres because it's a Tier 1, and I just felt Spectria is better for this draft league than what Moltres would have been. But Quillfish gives me Intimidate, gives me a whole bunch of really good supporting moves. If I go up against a rain team, I can run Swift Swim and just be annoying with things like Icy Wind. So, also gets the Aqua Jet to proc the Coalossal. So I've got three ways to Aqua Jet into my Coalossal with the Dragonite, the Wartortle, and the Quillfish. So it'll be, I think this will be a big member of my team. And then finally, Tier 6 wasn't offering me a whole lot that I really wanted to pick up. So I figured I'd just get something that just hard out supported Coalossal. And that's not offensively, it's actually defensively. I picked up Lilith, which is the unevolved form of Cradilly. So it has, Storm Drain, so I can redirect water moves aimed at the Coalossal. Don't see myself bringing it a lot, but I think it can do work into the right matchups. Also, it's base 23 speed, so it can help me sort of debuff my opponent if they want to set up Trick Room. So yeah, it could be really annoying there. And yeah, I think it won't be coming to a lot of games, but I think there will be like a few matches that I can bring this, and it can be just super annoying and just help my Coalossal get into the right position. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this team. I think like my goal was to have a Coalossal team that didn't rely on Coalossal, and like if I bring say Dragonite, Bronzong, Rillaboom, Mienshao, it's not Calyrex, what is it? Spectria, and then another Pokemon, Wartortle, Morgrem or something like that. Like that's a solid team, and it's going to be really tough to beat. The fact that I also have Coalossal as a mode, I think is super useful. So yeah, that's my team. I'm pretty happy with it. Like I think the best I've seen someone use Coalossal is probably R2 in GLDL Season 1. It has he used it really well, and he had different modes in there as well. Like he had a beat up mode, he had a Sneasel, which was really good. I was looking at getting Sneasel. It kind of got sniped, but I wasn't too concerned about it getting sniped because like I said, I didn't just want a team that was a Coalossal procking team. I do have lots of ways to proc it, but yeah, it's not my only way. It's not my only mode. And then yeah, he had other really strong Pokemon, like I think there was a Rotom form in there and a Primarina. So yeah, I think I really like the way he did his Season 1 of GLDL. Like my PDPL team, which was a Celesteela team, I think I overdid it on building around Celesteela. And I think I went through this with Dan in the interview. I think I could have, maybe had 4 or 5 pieces which supported Celesteela really well, and then the rest sort of their own independent thing. And I think I had maybe everything except for like 2 or 3 Pokemon support Celesteela, and it was just too much. And so it means you end up, having big holes in your team. But I feel this team is going to do me quite well. Hopefully I can get my bop on, and especially with the Coalossal. So yeah, this is Matt down here. This handsome little face. He's the one running the league. I don't have like a a league logo. So throughout this season, his face is going to be the logo. And you know what? That does not upset me at all. So anyway, guys, that's me logging off. This is my Matt's Draft League team, and I think it should be interesting to see how it goes. So logging off. I shall see you all next time.